Good morning, hello, how are you? This is your Christmas special because I'm wearing something Christmassy. We're going to be doing some nice stretching, mobility moves today, just taking it a little bit easier because we're all going to have a little break. So this is your last live class before Christmas. We're going to be back next week though. So you'll need a belt, a long belt, like a dressing gown belt. If you haven't got one, guys, we can work with a tea towel. Good morning, Becky. Good morning, Charlie Hall. How are you? Thank you for coming. So you'll need your belt, long belt, and if not, maybe a tea towel or hand towel or something like that. And a chair, guys. Just a normal dining room chair is fine. This is all I've got out here, so it's quite big. Right, let's get started. So you can drop all your kit for now. First of all, we are just going to get sorted with our posture. So if you can have your feet hip distance apart, and you are going to make sure that your toes are facing forward, and so are your knees when you bend them. So soften those knees a little bit. You bounce up and down, bounce up and down. Don't push too far forward, but just have a little look what those knees do. And then just do it completely relaxed and just see what the knees do then. See mine, they go in. So I have to focus on just keeping them going forwards and just see how that feels. Good, and then stop, stand tall, shoulders back. Then lift up the toes of your right foot and spread out the toes. Then place the base of each toe down, but you're still spreading them. So you've got your little toe placed down, the base of the toe, then all the way to your big toe, yeah? And then the same with your left foot. So lift, you spread the toes apart, and you place the little base of the toe down, all the way to the big one. So when you just glance down now, your toes should be a little bit spread out, a little bit wider. So this is just giving you a better base on the ground, okay? And make sure the heels are placed down into the floor as well. I know that sounds a little bit obvious, but sometimes people would lean forwards onto their toes. So I just want you to try and balance it out a little bit so you've got the weight on your heels and the base of your toes, okay? Then I want you to place one hand at the front underneath your belly and one hand on your lower back and tuck and push away. So this is what it looks like from the side. Tuck and push away. Tuck and push away. Yeah? So we're trying to get some big movements. Imagine this position is A, and this, when your bottoms push right back, is C. And I want you to do this a few more times, A to C, and then find your B, so your central position, and that's your neutral spine, where you're tucking in very slightly with the lower back here. You're not here with your bottom push back. You're certainly not here slump forward, okay? So somewhere in the center, position B. Then we're just going to roll the shoulders forward. So get that chest involved. You're going to really push that chest forward, exaggerate the move. You can get a bit silly and just really just let the arms go. Hopefully no one's there watching you, so you can just let the body go with the flow. Forwards, around, good. Keep going. Oh, my little things undone. Keep going, guys, go forward. Just can't get the costumes these days, guys. Forwards. Good, and then roll backwards. So with the same kind of fluid movement, just letting go. Let go of the wrists, make sure they're all floppy. Good. And then, guys, we're just going to bend forward, drop the arms down, and come up and just let the arms flop. So go down, bend the knees, and then come up. So go down, and then come up. So you feel like the weight is taking the arms down, and then you're flinging them up, just letting the arms go down, and then up. Good, down, and then up. Now bend forwards and put your hands with your fingers facing in here on the inner thighs. And you're going to bend those legs, push your bottom back, and I want you to lift up at the back. Tuck your chin in and your bottom in, and then you're going to dip down in the lower back, so your bum's up and your head's up, and then tuck in again, and then dip again. So exaggerate this move. Just hold each one for a second or two, and dip, and lift. Can feel a bit silly, I know these moves, but they're really good for mobility. One more lift, and then roll up. Good, now just drop your hands down by your side. So feet a hip distance apart again, face forwards. I want you to drop your chin down to your chest. So you're squeezing your shoulder blades together very gently. So not full whack. Then I want you to just move your head so your nose now is pointing towards your little toes on your left foot. Hopefully you're feeling a stretch on the right side, back of the neck. And you're breathing. Just make sure you're not gripping the floor with your toes. Take your chin down back to the middle, and then now your nose is facing towards your right little toe. So maybe hopefully you're feeling the stretch in your left side. Good. Then back to the middle, and just lift your chest up. So your chest is trying to meet up with your chin. Good, and then just bring your chin up so your face is up towards me, and drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Now careful here, you don't lift up the left shoulder, you're still pushing down and you've still got your shoulders hopefully in line facing me, not leaning to one side, just your head. Good, now hopefully you're feeling a bit of a stretch on the opposite side. Come back to the centre and gently over. Just notice if there's any difference in one side. Is there any tightness, less movement maybe? And then later on you can just do a bit more stretching on the side that you think is a bit tighter. If you haven't got any imbalances, then amazing. Right, come up to the centre, roll your shoulders again, and now we're going to sweep down to the side. Just open up at the side here and to the other side. No leaning forward here. Just go down to the side and just notice where your fingertips end up. Do they go beyond the knee? Do they stay on the thigh? Is one going lower than the other? Can you feel a bit more freedom as we move, as we carry on doing it? Good. How are you feeling? A bit looser, a bit more floppy? We're going to reach up the arm this time, so the opposite side, reach up the arm and go over. Good. Careful not to bring that arm forward. You're just hugging really near your ear with the upper arm. And sweep that hand down the thigh. Good. How are you feeling? One more. Is that good? Is that nice? Roll your shoulders. Okay, now you can hold on to your chair or the wall for balance for this one if you want to. We're just going to do a bit of work on your hip, your ball and socket joint. So ball and socket joint is literally like a ball, fits into a socket. So with our shoulders and our hips, we can move in all directions. So we're just going to challenge that a little bit. Please do hold on if you've got a wall near you or a chair. So you're going to lift your knee up. And then taking your time, you're going to draw a circle with that knee, going as far around as you can and coming back up. So you can put your foot down there if you want a little bit of help with balance, and then start again. So you're going all the way round. Yeah? I'm just going to stand a bit closer to my wall so I can reach out if I need to. You lift that knee up. So stick with this right leg, or whichever leg you started on, just stick with that leg. So you drop the knee down and you're imagining that ball and socket joint there, just moving around as you move that knee. If you want to lift your arms up to help with balance, that seems to help me there. One more time round. Good. And then down. Okay, other leg. Knee up and all the way round. So remember, you can hold on. I definitely would be holding on to that chair if I'd have thought about it and put it the right way around. But it's okay. If you want to challenge your balance a bit, you don't have to. So have a break every so often with that foot down. That knee all the way around though. Big circle. Just opening it up where you probably don't. Take that leg like this every day, but it's nice to just stretch it out and move those muscles where they're supposed to be moved. So just shake, shake, shake. Now what we're going to do, guys, is going to use your chair. So we are going to pop your foot on the chair. Now, your chair will, I'm sure, be different to mine. Might be a bit higher, might be a bit lower, but I've judged this on using a dining chair. That's what I'm practiced on. So it's probably a little bit higher than mine. So what I want you to do is just put your right foot on your chair. Make sure you've got a nice solid bit of the chair. You're not hanging off the chair, so you haven't just got your toes on there. So your foot is here, okay? Now, first of all, what I want you to do, you can hold on to the chair if you want to, maybe onto the back, or if you've got a wall nearby, but I want you just to lean forward, trying to keep your heel down. You're pushing your knee forward like this. We just get a bit of mobility in that ankle, and then rock back, and then come forward again. So you're trying to keep that heel down, and we're just trying to get a nice stretch out of the lower calf, out of the ankle. Good. And forwards. And back. And forwards again. Nice stretch. And back. Good. Let's switch sides. So get your left foot up on there. Heel down, toe down, and lean forwards. And back. And forwards. How does that feel? And back. Just not too much pressure, hopefully, on the knees, but a good old stretch in the ankles. Okay, and then we're going to go back to the right foot on the chair. So place your right foot on the chair like this. Heel down, toes down, balls of the toes down. And we're going to do a bit of balance. So you might want to have a wall nearby. You can put your hands wherever you want to help you with balance. But here we are going to challenge the hip flexors a little bit. So standing tall on your left leg, I want you to lift up the right foot and then place it down. Lift up the right foot again and place it down. Okay? Lift and place it down. How does that feel? And down. Just try and think about what muscles you're using. What we do when we lift up with the knee is we're working the hip flexors here. So we're working the quads a little bit and the hip muscles in there. Lift and down. And of course that standing leg is going to get a little bit sore. And stop. Good. Now this time we are going to lift and you're going to extend that leg and see if you can touch the back of your chair and then come back down. Let's do it again, okay? So lift. Toe forward, see if you can tap the back of your chair, lift and down. Lift, see if you can tap the back of the chair and down. One more time, lift, back of the chair. How's that standing leg coping? And down. We're going to switch now. So it's a lot of work on that standing leg, but make sure you don't drop that hip out, you stand tall. Okay, switch sides. So left foot up, flat foot on the floor, on the chair, sorry. And we're going to lift just a little bit and then down. So a couple of inches off the chair and down. And lift and down. Good, just getting this hip flexor turned on, working. And lift and down. Good. So if you are looking down, guys, it's quite nice to see it, isn't it? Just make sure you don't drop your chin down to your chest too much. Lift. Right, now we're going to do the kick out and try and touch the back of the chair with your toes, okay? So lift, stretch that leg, and then down. Lift, stand tall on your right leg, and down. Lift, stretch, and down. One more time. Stretch. Ooh, and down. Good work, guys. Just shake, shake, shake. You can move your hips side to side to stretch that out. Right, what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to do some leg lifts. Oh, sorry, a forward fold. We're not going to the leg lifts yet. So, I want you all to stand up nice and tall. We're going to use the back of the chair, but you still have the seat facing you, okay? So, you're probably going to need to reach forward a little bit, but that's actually the idea of this, so that's good. So I want you all to stand up tall, raise your arms up, shoulders away from your ears so you pull down, and I want you to forward fold. So you forward fold from the hips. Now hopefully you guys aren't too far away from your chair, but if you do what I've just done, you forward fold, you're not near the chair, just adjust that a little bit and then you're there, okay? So we've got the blade at the bottom of the hand, little finger against the top of the chair. Now what I want you to do, guys, is try and get your bottom over your ankles. It's quite hard to see if you haven't got a mirror there, but a lot of us will be doing this, pushing our bum back. So just come forward so your weight is balanced between your heels and the balls of your feet. And keep the head and chest up. Good. Now, I want you to stand up, keeping the legs strong with the arms up. That's quite a hard stand up to do there. Circle your arms and come down. Roll your shoulders. Let's do that again. Now you know you're in the right place. Breathe in. And then forward fold from the hips. Balance between the balls of your feet and your heels. Okay, stretch forward. So hopefully you're feeling a bit of a stretch in the backs of the legs, in the back, stretching out. And then just look down between your arms. Then fire up the legs, arms lifted. Now some of you might need to bend your legs for that one, that's fine. We're going to do it twice more. So raise up, forward fold. Please do have a soft or a bent knee if you want to, but we're trying here to get that big stretch. Squeeze the shoulder blades now together and then down your spine. Lift so you can soften your knees there. Circle round one more time. Lift the arms up. Forward fold. Good. Slide forward a bit if you think that you haven't quite got the weight distributed between your heels and your balls of your feet. See if you can lift up one last time. There we go. Good. Roll your shoulders back. Right, now we're going to work a little bit on the glutes. So you're going to have your hands down on the chair and you're going to be in this kind of box position. So you've done this on your knees before. So normally we would be down on your knees and your hands on the floor. But here, we're just going to raise ourselves up a little bit. So it's a little bit kinder to us. If you want to have your hands on the handles, if you've got them on your chair, then that's absolutely fine. So here, guys, what I want you to do is get the feet about hip distance apart, and you are going to lift, keep the right leg straight. You're going to lift that leg up here. Squeeze your butt cheek. So squeeze your right butt cheek, and then come down. Switch legs, we're going to go with the left leg now. Squeeze your left butt cheek. Now push your heel away and then come down. Now the key here is to really make sure that you don't dip the lower back. Right leg again, but you do lift at the bottom. That butt cheek is working, and come down, okay? Then the left leg. Up, can you feel the glutes? Squeeze, the glutes are on the bottom. And the right leg, squeeze, and down. One more time, left leg, squeeze, and down. Now we're going to do some pulsing and we're going to bend the legs. So we stick with the right leg, you bend, you push the heel up towards the ceiling, and we're going to pulse like this, okay? So join me, let's go for 10, go. 1, 2, 3, squeezing your bottom, 5, 6, heel up, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bring that leg down. Now left leg up, heel up towards the sky. 3, 2, 1, 1, 2. Focus on the butt cheek. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. Place that down. Good. Right, stand up. Now we're going to do that forward fold again, just to stretch out. So raise your arms, come forwards, but this time your hands are going to go down onto the seat. And we're just going to stretch out here. So hopefully you're feeling a bit of a stretch in your backs of your legs and your glutes a bit. So you can soften the knees if you want to. Good. And then just come up a little bit higher, put your hands on the chair, feet close. Take your left foot, cross over and just put it next to your right foot. So the outer sides of the feet are together now, okay? And then you can fold down a little bit more. Elbows on the chair maybe. Stretching out the hamstrings and the glutes. Good. Then coming up, let's do the other side. So the right foot kicks back, goes to the other side of the foot, and then you lean down. Good. Okay guys, right, untwist your feet. Just pop your chair to the side. And you're going to grab your band, all right? So sit down on the floor. And then I want you just to pull the fleshy part of your bottom back so you can sit up a little bit taller. So with your band or your tea towel, whatever you've got, hopefully it's long enough that you can just wrap it around your feet here, okay? So, in fact, mine's very thin, so I'm going to go in half. It's good if you trust the band, hopefully it's a nice solid one. Now, what you're going to use the band for here, because quite a lot of the time people find it really hard here to sit up tall. We do this a lot of the time, yeah? So that's probably the first thing that you did, and at the moment you're thinking, oh, I just want to do that. So using your belt, you are going to pull against it and your chest is going to come forwards. See how straight my back is there compared to this slouching down. So this is why the belt is very helpful, just to help us get in this nice posture. So the arms are fairly straight, you've got a good grip on your belt, and your chest is pushing up towards your chin again, like we did when we're standing. Good, now just hold this position. And then I want you to stay lifted and forward fold. So your head is up and your chest is up. And you're going to grab the belt or your tea towel a little bit closer to your feet. Keep that head up though, guys. Don't be tempted to fold down. Now I'm hoping that you're getting a bit of a stretch, maybe out of that lower back. Imagine I come up behind you and just put my knee just into your lower to mid back and just give you a little push from there. So what we're not doing here, guys, is this. We're not curling down like that. You'll get stuck when you do that. You've got to keep your chest up. Use this belt. Go forwards. And then come up again. Lift up. Chest towards your chin. And then forward fold again. So you can grab the belt a little bit closer. Keep your head up though. Can you feel that stretch? Now if you've got to a point where you can't go any further, you can then start to just bring your head down if you want to. But for me, I prefer this feeling of keeping that chest up and see if I can go a little bit more from here, from the hips. And then come up. Good, just let go of your belt, put your hands behind you and just open up your chest. So push on the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades. Good, right, we're going to roll down onto our backs. So just get yourself down there. Tuck your pelvis in by lifting up your bottom slightly and just sweeping your hands down there, tucking in and then placing your head down on the floor. Right, with your right foot lifted, I want you to put the belt around the arch of the foot and you're going to lift your leg up. Okay? Now here we are stretching the hamstrings, so keep the heel pushed away and you're pulling gently that leg in towards your face. Now if you're shaking, you need to go further away. Reset, just take it further away, and a lot of people can't get their leg in without bending it. I'd rather you not get all the way in here if you can't feel the hamstring, okay? You need to go further away, straighten that leg up, and then hold it where you can feel the stretch. And take some deep breaths, and with every breath out, just see if you can, and if you're comfortable to, just bring it in maybe 1 millimetre, and don't let your ego take over. 1 millimetre is plenty, tiny, tiny bit. Good. Now hold the belt with your right hand, and you're going to take your leg out wide. But Try and keep this left glutes down, the left bottom cheek down. You can use your hand to help you there. Now put your right elbow down on the floor just to help anchor you. You can't see me do that, but I've put that elbow down, and that just opens up the inner thighs. Good. If you've got the wall there, you can rest your leg on there if you want to, but just make sure this opposite hip is down, the glutes are down. Good. And bring that leg back over. We're going to go to the opposite side now, so grab it with your left and take it over. Now you might be limited on this side, you might not be able to go much further. That is fine, just keep holding it with the hand and the belt. We're going for a good old stretch today. Come back to the centre. Bend that leg and just take the belt away. And let's do the other side, okay? Arch of the foot. And then bring it in. So get it straight. So as far away from you as you like, however far it takes to get it straight. And hopefully here, guys, if you just completely relax the leg that's on the floor, let it flop away, you're getting a bit of a hip flexor stretch on that side too. So gently bring it in. You can hold it a bit closer to the foot if you want to. Now take some deep breaths. Good. Okay, and then left hand on the belt. You're going to take that leg out. Get the right hand out of the way, just opposite side to balance you out. You can put your elbow down on the floor. Can you feel that opening of the hips there, the inner thigh? Keep that right butt cheek down. Don't let that tip up. Hold it there. Good work. Now you can reach over with the right hand if you want, and then just pull across. And hold it where it's comfortable. You can put your elbow down again, that's a good support there for you. Nice, so hopefully you're feeling this on the glutes. And then bring it in, up to the centre, bend your leg. Good, now we're going to finish with the legs up the wall like we did the other day. So you can rock yourself up, and you're going to lay down with your legs up the wall quite simply. So I get your, make sure you've got something comfortable underneath you. Maybe you guys have got your mat. Let me see if I'll be on camera if I do this, hopefully. So you shuffle your bottom really close to the wall. I'll just show you here and then I'll come up. And then you put your feet up. Oh, there you go, just on camera there. So keep your belt with you. Shuffle your bottom so it's right up against the wall, okay? I hope you can see me. Legs up against the wall. Place your band around, if you can, the heel of the foot rather than the arch this time. Because what we're going to do is just weigh ourselves down a bit with the band. So flex your heels away, pull down with the band. So you're getting this feeling that somebody is pushing down on your heels and really connecting your lower back and top of your glutes to the floor. Then you can just relax and just leave the band there. Now just have your arms out to the side or your hands on your ribs. And I want you just to focus here, guys, on your breath. You can relax your heels as well. You can just let the feet point where they'll point. Now as you put your hands on your ribs, you'll feel them expand when you breathe in. And see if you can breathe in and out with your nose. And with each breath, just let your muscles relax. You can have your hands out to the side if you want to. If your mind wanders, just take your mind back to the breath, breathing in and breathing out. Just falling into what feels natural to you. Just think about the facial muscles, make sure you're not frowning. Let go. Good. If you want to stay here, guys, you absolutely can for as long as you like. Good 5 to 10 minutes of that position is amazing for your circulation. And just be careful when you come up. Head down until you're fully standing. Roll up. Roll your shoulders back. And that is it, guys. So that's your last session before Christmas, your last live session. But feel free to do any of the workouts that we've done over the however many months we've been doing it. They're all there on the group. Let me know how you found it, guys, and I will see you next Tuesday. Take care, everybody.